So, RIC-HARD, what's the score?
Well, after NXT TakeOver 31, we all did pretty poorly with our predictions. Nobody got more than a 60% right on our predictions for the matches.
But what's the score? Welcome to TFS Pod, otherwise known as the Few Show Podcast. This is 24/7 Lou, and that's...
It's RIC-HARD, and I'm trying to pull up the scoreboard right now, Lou. It's giving me a bit of an issue.
And that's...
the one-man band, and I almost went completely 0 for 5, but I got one. So
Yep, you did.
So yeah,
I got two. So I'm not.
God, that was terrible. Terrible.
So I want to say a few things before we get going. Just so you guys know, you're listening to the Few Show Podcast, number one show on YouTube, number one show in your heart, number one show in your girlfriend's heart, and yeah, we're gonna take her too. So this week we're coming back off of NXT Takeover 31, right? So it has been exciting.
30 takeover, give or take over one.
Yeah, there you go. 30 give or take over one. So this is the aftermath episode. But before we get to that. One man band. I know you want to say something special about what happened on this week.
Yeah. So for some of the viewers that may not know, but me obviously being one man band, of course I'm all about music, and unfortunately one of my idols, one of the reasons I started playing guitar, Eddie Van Halen, unfortunately passed away on Wednesday at the young age of 65. Due to throat cancer. He had been battling throat cancer for a couple of years, and he unfortunately lost his battle on Wednesday. And an iconic person who probably is the reason as to why the guitar is the guitar today, specifically the electric guitar. He pioneered so many things, so much. Different styles, play styles, tapping. He invented tapping, all sorts of, mechanics for the guitar. Like, anytime you hear that crazy sound, that sound like that was him. He invented that. So it's a sad day it's a sad week for guitar players around the world, myself included. When I was in 8th grade, in fact, this was 98, 99. My friends used to call me Eddie Van Halen because I was in class for guitar, and they used to say, "Crap, you're really good, man." And I was like, "I'm not Eddie Van Halen, trust me." And yeah, and I don't think I'll ever be that, but it's cool to try. And all I gotta say is, to Eddie Van Halen, I salute you, sir. Safe passage to wherever it is you're going. And thank you for all the music and good times, and I'll just try to keep playing as hopefully half as good as you ever were. So, thanks a lot for everything, brother.
Yeah.
Well said.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, it's a tough week with Eddie Van Halen passing. But moving on to what we were mentioning earlier, which was the Takeover 31 after.
No. I think one man band was onto something. Maybe we should disregard the scoreboard.
No. Hold on.
Oh.
Yeah, since we started the episode, I've been asking you, what's the score?
All right. So, Lou, I know it's a big deal for the scoreboard. So the unweighted scoreboard for everyone, after the score for NXT TakeOver was taken into account, is you're at 4 points. I'm at 8. One man band is at 2, and no one else has points on the board. And that is the only scoreboard we need to cite, I think.
Whoa. Hold on.
All right. Okay. All right. Fine, Lou. The weighted scoreboard, the one that started after the end of WrestleMania this year. So it's not really the full. It's kind of like the scoreboard, but like graded with a curve. The points are at Lou. You're at 8 points. I'm at 7.
Okay.
One Man Band is at 5. J Few is at 2. Al and Rhino are at 1 point apiece, and Bogey's at 0. So yes, you are in the lead.
Yes, the champ is here. I'm back.
Look. As we mentioned before,
You say luck?
on a 5. No, I'm saying look here. Out of a 5-match card, you got the point over all of us because you got 3 matches out of 5 right. That's a 60%. But if there's one thing about grading on a curve, I gotta say, there's nothing to be proud of when you got 60% of the picks right.
Yeah. No
Well,
kidding.
That's a D.
did anyone else get higher than 60%?
No.
There you go. Thank you. I won. See how fast I was.
Yeah, that was brutal.
No, wait, no. Okay. Let's go back to that. I did like some storylines that One Man Band was sharing with us. That was with his picks. I did like that. You had me going there, by the way, with the Gargano winning, where they were both win. I was actually rooting for that stuff, even though it was against my picks. I was like, oh, you know what? I kind of like that storyline. I want to see that happen.
I did too. I just thought that it was too early for Damian Priest, but I thought to myself, Candice LeRae, I could see it happening. Like, they don't get a full win that night, but they get one. And what are the odds, Lou, might I add, that the match that I went against you on, in particular, with Candice LeRae versus Io Shirai, that match had the most amount of shenanigans that actually would have favored my pick over yours.
Oh my God, I was on the edge of my seat for that match.
I kept looking at it, I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like breaking the rules, Gargano coming in with the ref shirt. I'm like, oh, it's Sasha Bailey all over again. And then no, Io Shirai retains.
Yep.
And then they announced like 5 returns right after the match.
Yeah. Also, too, I want to, out of watching wrestling for so many years, I don't think I've ever seen that where the champ retains after so many times their opponent has had like different shenanigans going on.
I've seen it a couple times. One time that comes to mind is Survivor Series 2005, Angle versus John Cena.
2005, we're 2020.
You're right. But this is. I remember this. This was Super Cena in like top form.
Yeah.
Angle had Daivari as his like special handpicked referee.
God, I remember that.
Cena was getting hit in the face with like weapons and stuff during the match, and Daivari would just look the other way, and he still retained at the end of the match. I was like, what is this? But this was before we got used to the trope of like, LOL, he wins.
Yeah, that's true.
And it was still fresh, and you were like, oh, okay, that was, wow, that's really cool. He overcame it all.
Yeah, again, to me, that was like I said, it's been a while since I've seen that, and you know how many wrestling matches I've watched from then.
Super Cena days, man. Those were the days.
That's how far back you have to go.
Yeah.
To get the equivalent.
So yeah, that's one thing I was looking at. Wow, creative. Wow, okay. Because we do root for creative, right?
Yeah, no, of course we want them. We want them to put out a good story. Nobody goes into the show going, "Man, I hope it sucks."
I hope they repeat what they did 10 years ago with someone else.
Speaking of creative, the match that we all really thought would be a given, Velveteen Dream versus Kushida.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was interesting that after Kushida won, despite the fact that Velveteen Dream was clearly the heel going into it, like Kushida kind of does a semi-heel turn himself because he just targets Velveteen Dream after the match is over, and keeps targeting to like injure him. And I was like, wow, I haven't seen that in a while, So I'm interested to see where they go with him now.
That's good. I like that. He's getting a push.
And of course, if we got to talk about the main event of Kyle O'Reilly versus Finn Balor, Lou, you kind of jumped on board with this, but I think you might have actually been leaning more Balor before we made our cases, and you copied our picks.
What? No. No, I mentioned it before the thing. I not been watching it. I wasn't familiar, but I did see something somewhere that a change of a new era, and I'm like, okay, maybe it is a new era. Maybe it is going to be.
I really thought so. I really thought like it was the perfect time in my opinion to do that, but I guess not.
I think they wanted to do a feeler moment type of thing. They wanted to get a feel for what the reception would be to Kyle O'Reilly not getting the match, and like whether or not people would be like, oh, he should have won it. But I do think they're going to go back to it because after the match was over, they leaned into a completely new story of Adam Cole being attacked by. If anybody remembers who it was that attacked him,
I don't remember who it was.
I don't remember who it was either.
Who attacked who?
Adam Cole was revealed in the stands. To
Yeah, by God, what was his name? Hold on, real quick. I'll look it up. Adam Cole.
So he gets attacked. And then
he gets
NXT 31.
And Undisputed Era come out like, hey, what happened? What's going on?
Yeah, Finn Balor is also like concerned too, and I'm just like, oh, that's
Ridge Holland.
Ridge Holland, okay, Ridge Holland. So going into the match, they wanted to make it clear that Adam Cole would have been okay if Kyle O'Reilly won, and now Adam Cole gets attacked. The story goes back to Adam Cole to a certain degree, and I think they're going to lean into Kyle O'Reilly slowly getting a bit more experience fighting bigger names before he goes back to face Finn Balor in a rematch. And when the time does come that Kyle does win it, then the seeds will be better planted for Undisputed Era to turn on him. Unless my prediction does occur where they get drafted to, I guess, Raw now.
Oh, wow. Perfect segue right there. So, we're going to talk about that. Actually, you know what? We can do it in this segment. We can talk about it, or we make a second segment.
No, we'll do a second segment. I think we've covered the Takeover pay-per-view. You know.
Yeah.
More people are going to want to hear about the draft than the current scoreboard. So they could just remove that from their minds.
But I think that more people want to hear about me winning. Also, so
I don't know. I can't tell who's more out of touch right now, you or Vince.
Oh.
Ooh, burn.
All right.
Hey-o.
All right. So yeah, guys. So we'll be right back. We're gonna talk about the draft.